Did you know that most credit cards in Canada don't require you to use the card to book for flights to qualify for out-of-province emergency medical coverage? Credit cards can be a powerful tool for everyday spendings. Not only do they provide great perks like travel points and cashback, but they also come with protections like purchase protection, zero liability fraud coverage, and other various insurance coverages. Personally, I believe you should try to use your credit card for all your purchases, as long as you're not overspending just because you have one. If you're responsible with your spending and keep a tight budget, there is no reason not to take advantage of these credit card benefits. That being said, credit card terms and conditions can be overwhelming. Let's be real, when's the last time you read through hundreds of text whenever you sign up for something? Cause I don't. I mean, bro, I ain't got time for that. Georgia high school teacher won $10,000 rewards after she closely read the terms and conditions that came with travel insurance policy. Oh my god, maybe I should be reading all those texts. So in this video, I'm sharing with you 5 credit card tips and tricks you might not know but will help you maximize credit card benefits. First of all, if you've watched my previous videos, you heard me emphasize the importance of a premium credit card offering emergency medical coverage, which means if you're traveling and happens out of province and you need to go to the hospital, you're covered. Well, it might surprise a lot of people that basically all credit cards in Canada don't require you to purchase the airfare ticket on that credit card to get that coverage. In fact, some of the most popular credit cards in Canada like the Kobo card or the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite don't require any travel purchase to get that coverage. What that means is if you have the Amex Green card which doesn't have emergency medical coverage but you want to use that card to make a travel purchase but you also own another card, the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite for example, well, you can still use the green card to make the airfare purchase because it offers more rewards than the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite, and you'll still be covered for out-of-province emergency medical coverage just because you own the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite. In fact, if you own a card with emergency medical coverage, your parents can buy your plane ticket and you still get emergency medical coverage. Unfortunately, for most credit cards, this is the extent of travel insurance that they provide, given that you didn't use the credit card to pay for your airfare. For example, if a card offers additional travel insurance like flight delays, baggage delays, flight interruption, flight cancellation, you'll need to actually use the card to pay for your flight to get those coverages. How much of the airfare cost must be charged to your card to get those additional travel coverages? Well, it depends. Every card's different. Sometimes 75%, sometimes the entire airfare cost. So unfortunately, with those additional travel insurance coverages, you'll have to read those terms and conditions for every single card. The second tip is that many credit cards offer car rental insurance. Unfortunately, most of these credit cards are a little bit more premium with an annual fee starting at around $120 a year. I'm sure if you rented a car before, you'll know the experience of employees behind the counter trying to upsell you car rental insurance for like 30 or 40 bucks a day. And many people don't realize that their credit cards already offer car rental insurance given that you use that credit card to pay for car rentals. Unfortunately, that car rental insurance for credit cards don't really cover car shares. So an app like Turo, even though it's car rentals, they consider themselves car sharing, it probably wouldn't work. So just keep that in mind. But if you're just renting a car from Hertz or Enterprise, just know that using a credit card with car rental insurance could save you hundreds on insurance. The third tip is a strategy that I use to ensure that I don't miss a payment on my credit cards. And the tip is to work with all my credit card issuers to give me the same or very similar billing cycles. As a person who consistently uses 5 or 6 credit cards every single month to pay for my expenses, it does get difficult for me to remember the due date for every single credit card. To make sure I don't stress myself over a missed payment, I called every single credit card issuer that I work with to allow my bills to be due on the 28th of every month. What that means is on the 24th of every month, I would e-transfer money to my PC Money account and pay off my credit card bills for the month. Cause it usually takes about 3 or 4 days for your payments to go through, and PC Money offers you optimum points for paying your bills. And trust me, this trick of working with credit card issuers to align your billing cycle for all your credit cards has saved me hundreds of hours of headache and stress of the possibility of forgetting to pay for those credit card bills. And throughout my experience, I never had an issue with a credit card issuer adjusting my billing cycle. It was basically me calling in asking for a billing cycle change, and that was that. It was that simple. The next tip is, it should be basic knowledge, but I still see people asking this question on forums. Is paying only the minimum due on your credit card bill okay? The answer is of course it's okay. It's not illegal, but it's absolutely something you do not want to do. You want to make sure that you pay your balances off in full every single month. You see this right here? And this? These are the interest rates credit card companies charge you for unpaid balances. Paying the minimum will mean that you're carrying a balance onto the next month, which means that most likely you're paying 20% interest rates on that balance. Yeah, that's a surefire way of joining over half of the Canadians in credit card debt. Here's the thing, when I started to use credit cards, I always made sure that the amount that I put into my credit card is less than the sum of my checkings and savings account. This way, I have no excuse not to pay off my bills every single month. So yeah, you should always aim to pay off your credit card balance every single month, and if you can't do that, then maybe credit cards aren't for you, because no amount of credit card rewards are going to cover your loss on interest. Finally, the last tip is that if you own one of those Triangle Mastercards, whether that's the regular Triangle Mastercard or the World Elite version, you can get 0.5 or 1% rewards for paying your utility bills and property taxes. It's currently the only credit cards in Canada that allows you to pay for utility bills and property taxes. What you can then do is to utilize PC Money to pay for your Triangle Mastercards, which will reward you 1,000 optimum points, which is worth about $1 to $1.5, which is not a lot, but doing this monthly should now use some pretty decent Canadian Tire store money and $12 to $18 worth of optimum points every single year. And to get that by paying your utility bills and property taxes, that's a small win.
I see this as an absolute win.
Anyways, that's it for today. Am I missing any tips and tricks of credit cards you can think of? Leave it in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, a like and sub will always be appreciated. If you're new to the channel, I make financial tips for Canadians in my long form content and financial comedy in my shorts. With that said, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.